Guys, today we are going to discuss another main topic called as constructors. So let's move into the topic. So yeah, constructor is very important in Java. So yeah, I will explain you this program later. First of all, we just come to the concept of constructor. Okay. So yeah, as we see here, so whenever we are creating any object, so constructor is mainly required. So just see this program. We have class. So sorry, just see this object creation. So this is class name. Like we are just going like student or etc. Student object. Object is nothing but object name like S1 or S2. Here student and new is nothing but create an instance of object. Okay, it creates an instance of an object. Okay, new is creates instance of object. Okay, and next constructor here we use constructor and that constructor is like student and like this. Okay, so here what is constructor? It initializes the object. Okay, this constructor initializes the object. If it doesn't give this constructor, then object is not been created. Okay, so mainly there are two rules in a constructor. Okay, the first rule is the constructor name is equals to the class name. Okay, should be equal to class name. Okay, just remember this. And next let's come to the second point. Constructor doesn't return any type. Okay, it don't have any return type. Okay, structure don't have return type. Okay, so yeah, these are the two main points for the constructor. Okay, just remember constructor name should be equal to, because here we have written student and that class name is also student. Okay, so constructor name must be equal to the class name and constructor doesn't have any return type. Okay, so yeah, we have methods, right? Methods have return type. Constructor doesn't have return type. Okay, like void, int, it doesn't return anything. Okay, so yeah, let's discuss it further. So yeah, if we see, this is example for the constructor. So here we see this class vehicle, this is the class name, and inside we have a instant variable like string brand. Vehicle, in vehicle we have brands and int as wheels. Sorry, it's not wheels, it's wheels. And public static void main string args. So here we have initialized these two, and we have create an object, because if we want to use anything, any variable or any method in Java, we need to create an object for that. Okay, so let's create before I said no, class name, object name, new, just create an instance for the object, and vehicle is a constructor. Okay, this is the constructor. Okay, so next SOP is nothing but system.out.println. So we need to print this brand and wheels. Okay, brand s1 dot, because object dot variable, object dot method, we have to write like that. So s1 dot wheels. So and what it prints, just see the output, because it prints null or 0. Okay, these two prints null because the default value for the constructor is null. Okay, so if we want to give any value, so first it checks the constructor in the code and later it executes the code. If we doesn't a constructor doesn't specify any words, then it it gives null. Okay, so null will be printed for this. Okay, so yeah, and next as we come through, next I will show you how the constructor is being used. So yeah, if you see this example, another example, see we have class vehicle. So class vehicle, and same like this before, public static void main string. So here we have created object for this s1 vehicle, new vehicle. Here we have a constructor, right? Before for we have didn't give any variables in the constructor, but so it returns null. But now see here, string, I have initialized these variables and later this is called as constructor. Okay, and constructor should be equal to the class name. Just remember this, vehicle, it should be equal to the class name, and it does not have return type. So I have doesn't return any int, void like method. Okay, so inside constructor we have like here brand. Okay, brand equals to Benz. Okay, I have given the output which should be printed in this. So next wheels equals to 4. Here we have given it as inter. Okay, so everything should be need to be in a double quotes. Okay, and next system.out.println s1 dot brand and s1 dot wheels. So then it prints here Benz and here 4. Okay, so this is a use of constructor. So first, whenever we have created an object, first it goes and checks for the constructor whether the constructor is present in the code or not. Then first it executes the constructor, and later it executes this remaining. Okay, so this is one of the most important for the constructor. And so as we see here, we have like class vehicles, string, brands, wheels, vehicles. So here just see this, we have the constructor, right? So first we have initialized this, this is the class name, and we have initialized the variables, and next we have this return is known as constructor. Okay, so brand equal to Benz, wheels equal to 4, everything should be written in a double quotes. Okay, this is string and this is int. So I have written like this, inside the constructor I have instantiated. Okay, so next public static void main vehicle s1 equals to, I have here this is the object creation. So class s1 new vehicle, so constructor should be equal to the name of the class. Okay, so new vehicle. So first, whenever we have a constructor in a code, in a object, so first it checks for the constructor whether it is present in the code or not. If it is present, then it executes the content inside the constructor. Okay, so next system.out.println s1.brand object.variable. So then it prints Benz and 4 as a output. Okay, so this is about the constructor. And later we have another like, so yeah, we have two types of constructors. Okay, so the first one is default constructor. Okay, default constructor. So default constructor is nothing but this is the example for the default constructor. It doesn't have anything inside this parenthesis. Okay, and second one is parametric constructor. Okay, so yeah, second one is parameter constructor. So first one is default constructor and second one is parametric constructor. So what is mean by parametric constructor? Parameters is nothing but inside this we have some variables. Okay, so nothing but, so same as it is like this, brand, vehicles, first we need to initialize, and here we need to write like vehicle. This is the main difference. Okay, so vehicle, and inside we need to write string n. Okay, string str and int n. Okay, sorry, int n. So we have written the parameters inside it. Okay, so yeah, and next inside this name or brand equals to str. Okay, and wheels equals to n. So like this we need to write inside this parametric constructor. Then this str is initialized to the brand and this n is to the wheels. Okay, so and down we need to same as object creation. So let's take s2 as a object creation for this. So new vehicle, same we need to write like that, but inside the vehicle we cannot write it like SOP, so like that. So we need to write, we have to pass the parameters. We have given here Benz and 4. Okay, but here we are not giving that, we are giving parameters right here, same as it is vehicle s1 equals to new vehicle, but inside this constructor vehicle we need to write Benz and 4. Okay, inside this parenthesis, and next same print s2 dot brand, s2 dot wheels. Okay, parameters constructor is nothing but inside the parenthesis we have the parameters. Okay, string str int n. What are the instance variables we have taken that are present inside this, and those are initialized to this brand, the variables that we have used before. And next at last inside this parenthesis constructor, because constructor first it goes to the constructor, but here the constructor has the parenthesis, so whether it need to identify whether it has it is a parameterized constructor, inside it should have some parameters. Okay, so I have written the output that should be printed Benz and 4 inside it, so it can be printed. So yeah, and next we need to discuss about the this keyword. So yeah, if we see this example, so we are now discussing about this keyword. Okay, so this keyword is nothing but, so if we see class a int a equals to 10 and void display, inside this is method, not a constructor. Inside method we have written int a equals to 20 SOP a. Okay, so here we have given 10. This is called as instance variable. Okay, instance variable. So this is called as local variable. So inside the method, right, local variable, so it is called as local variable. So what this a prints, whether it prints a equal to 20 or a equal to 10, it prints a equal to 20 because first it give preference for the local variables than instance variables. Okay, so for this problem they have introduced this keyword. So if we write SOP of this dot a, then it prints 10 as a output. Okay, so yeah, 10 as a output. because it first gives preference to the instant variables when we have written the this keyword, not the local variables which are present inside the method. So yeah, we just look into one example regarding this keyword. So this is example for a constructor in this keyword. So first we have see this class teacher, string name, string subject, int salary. So these are the instance variables. So this is the program without the constructors in Java. Okay, so first see the what is the difference between before and after constructor. So these are the instance variables, okay, and void teach system dot out. Here they didn't given local variables, okay, they may be or may not be local variables, okay. So next class public static void main teacher, we have created an object t1 and t2, new teacher, teacher is the constructor, but here it is a null one, right? So it doesn't check anything, but here we have initialized their names. If we give an SOP of t1 dot name, then it gives us null, but here we have given deep java and to 25,000, so then it prints deep java 25,000 in a memory, okay. So 1000 t1 1000 in a object memory, it prints this. So here 2000 2000, so same Kushal aptitude and 30,000, so it prints like that. Two objects being created, and first it checks for the constructor, but we doesn't have initialized any constructor, right? So then it does like that. So yeah, constructor Java provides much more efficient way for giving the values for the instance variables which are present inside the object, that is called as constructor, okay. Name of the constructor is always the same as name of the class. We have discussed it. Whatever the teacher constructor is accepting are known as local variables, and when constructor going to get called during the object creation, just this is an important point. Constructor it is used to call at the object creation, okay. I have said no, teacher first it checks for the constructor, so it is called at the object creation. So what is the use of constructor? We can use a constructor to set the value for our instance variables. So we give preference for the instance variable than local variable. So just see this class same as before, string name, string sub, salary, and void system.out.println. Here we have used the parameterized constructors, okay. So teacher, string name, string subject, int salary, these are the local variables, whether we have given in a parameter or inside this, these are the local variables. If we have given name equals to 20 and here name equals to 30, it just prints 20, but if we use this dot name, then it prints 30. So this dot name equals to name, this name we need to write here, okay. So this name is not this another name. If we have didn't given this keyword for this, it just returns 0 or null for these values. So then it takes the instance variable, okay, it takes the instant variable which are declared on the top. So teacher, so we as it is a parameterized constructor, we need to give inside the parameters, okay. So then it prints the output. So here the output is a teacher teach, and next this here we have created like 1000 no before all or set in 1000, but here when we use this keyword, it creates another t1, and all the those are moved to the this another object is created when we use the this keyword. So all are moved to the part, okay. So thank you, let's meet in the next video. This is the end of the constructor, so let's discuss about arrays in the next video.